What's going on, my fellow niggas and nigresses? My name is the Smasher, back today roasting another bitch ass nigga. Which it's not exactly another bitch ass nigga because it's the same one we've been roasting for the past fucking 3 weeks so far. I had a lot of shit to do with work, so I couldn't really make many videos as I promised y'all, so I apologize about that. Just as a disclaimer, our boy PK Buggy decided to give up on his troll career, at least against NBA, that is, and offer to take down all of the videos that he has done on his channel concerning NBA or the rest of the league. So, in respect to NBA, I'm not going to make any more videos on him, but that's just specifically within the respect of NBA and PK Buggy, who's had a very recent enlightenment. He's even back in the Discord, for fuck's sake. So I guess he's pretty cool now, right? I don't know where the fuck ours has been. He's probably somewhere in his safe space, just crying his eyes out because NBA just completely destroyed him in that past stream, man. Oh my fucking god. And have you guys thought about Son Zycon, man? He hasn't been around in 3 months. I mean, thankfully, of course. I mean, he gave up a while ago, which I say he has more sense than the dude that we're about to make a video on right now. A little roast video, just to entertain y'all, because damn, we're at almost at 50 subscribers, man. And that's only within, like, what, a week and a half? Bro, this is beyond anything that Snitchdro could even wish for. So thank you guys, the league and beyond, who subscribed to my channel, man. And as you can see, on the left-hand screen, left-hand side of the screen, that is, a bitch ass nigga. As you can see right here, a bitch ass nigga right here. There's the arrow pointing up at the video. So lately, our boy Snitchdro Lewis Gene has created a video, surprisingly not concerning NBA or the rest of the league, about Kanye West and his comments about slaves and how slavery was a choice, which personally I also believe in, as well as NBA and a lot of others who I've seen on YouTube. But essentially, he's made a video where, talking about how Kanye West is wrong and how the English, they just pretty much raided our villages and tribes back in the 1600s, at least I think around late 1500s and early 1600s, and put us on the ships and pretty much took us to America for means of slavery, when it's really our own people who decided to sell us. And on top of that, even a few of the people voluntarily of the old tribes, of the old villages of Africa way back in the early 1600s decided to voluntarily become slaves for their own specific reasons, for their own specific, I guess, intentions. But I guess you could say a fair 60% of them were sold off by our people. And that's one thing of his video that he really didn't get that correctly. Like, I don't know whether or not this dude has been doing his research or not, but he needs to go back to school and learn about that history in specific. But other than that, he's gotten pretty butthurt about this one comment. It's telling him that he speaks like he's a slave. Like, his vocabulary is that of a slave's vocabulary, which I swear, that's quite on the nose right there. But Snitchdro, he gets really personal about that and decided to make a video to that person directly, which is exactly what I believe the troll wanted in the first place. And told him, like, I'm not going to allow it. You're going to see it in this video. I mean, he's pretty much told us what we already knew before. He's had the comment sections of all of his videos completely and utterly blocked, so whatever is one comments is not immediately put on the board, which it just shows us how much of a bitch-ass nigga this dude is anyway. But, yeah. Alright, niggas, well, let's start this shit.
This is going to be a rant on my Kanye video. The comment someone just posted.
It's quite funny that after 6 months straight of being absolutely blasted by League of Darkness members, constant dislikes and quite spiteful comments in his comment section, that he's not exactly used to getting bad feedback on YouTube. I mean, yeah, that's very, very strange, especially on Snitchdro standards. But let's keep going.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting.
It's despicable.
Mm-hmm.
It's very disrespectful. I don't deserve this, period, from someone who is new to my channel.
Look at
I
how
don't
mad
deserve
this dude's
this,
face
period.
is.
Someone just tell me
Someone
that
just
I
told
talk like
you,
a
you mean.
slave. And I just
You just proved that shit right there, dude. It's all about image, especially when you make videos on a live platform such as YouTube. You put yourself out there. How you speak, your body language, and everything about you, it builds up your image overall, and people judge you by that. So if you don't have, number one, an entertaining character, if you don't have charisma, people are going to shoot at you for that. If you can hardly speak because it's amazing, all of your videos, just how frequently you butcher the English language, they would also come at you for that. And horrible video quality, like I can see the just ungodly amount of the ungodly amount of grain in your fucking video at this point. Oh my god. Dude, please, if you can afford it, because I'm sure you get some form of income from your job, get a new camera if you're going to continue with this YouTube shit, dude. Let's keep going, man.
get off from the boat. How dare you? How fucking dare you?
Did he just say get off the boat? You mean got off the boat?
You just
God damn, I'm trying to roast this dude, but I'm more like correcting his language at this point, man.
To me, and to the next young black male, to any black males, period.
You know, looking at your situation and judging from not only your own place in life as a 26-year-old, 27-year-old man who's working minimum wage living with his mom, but your vocabulary, which is equivalent to that of a fucking third grader, you embody the general stereotype that's given to most black men, black uneducated men, that is. So aren't you sort of indirectly spitting on your own race at this point? I mean, I know you don't mean to do it purposely, but you're sort of doing it anyway. So, like, whatever, bro.
Just spit on my culture. You worthless piece of shit.
Ooh, damn, he's bringing up the fire.
Scumbag.
Oh, shit.
And hope you take this to heart, too. I really...
Well, here's the thing about dealing with YouTube trolls. You don't make a video dedicated to them because it makes them feel special. So you essentially lost the moment. Fuck is that thing in the background, man? I'm gonna got the motorcycle just jogging this shit down the street. Anyway, you pretty much lost the moment you made that fucking video. And I don't know whether or not the troll who made that comment even watched the video or even acknowledged you for that matter. He's just happy that at least you made a video. And maybe he did, because he wanted to make sure the person that you were addressing was actually him, and so he'd feel special. But it's all about dealing with and how you deal with YouTube trolls. Like, if you had any sort of fan base whatsoever, you would probably ruin your image even further by making a video directly addressing this one random troll, which isn't even an army of comments in the first place. It's just like one person that commented in the video and said something mean to you. Like, literally. And I heard as well that you've flagged NBA's videos once again. Like, dude, when the fuck does it stop, bro? When the fuck does this nonsense stop with you, dude? God damn.
Dude, because I'm being serious about it. 100%. Do not comment on my videos anymore.
It doesn't even matter if people comment on your videos anymore, nigga, because no one's gonna see it anyway. Like, you're gonna be the one to review it and then send that shit off to the YouTube's website, to your videos website. Like, not even, I don't even know who can really be considered a true fan in your channel at this point, but whoever's just making a genuine comment can't even have his or her comment shown below the video before you come and decide to, you know, say, okay, approve it, say, okay, it's cool for my video and all of that shit. Like, you don't even have the element of freedom of speech in your channel anymore. Like, it's fucked up. Like, holy shit.
Do not even watch my videos. Turn your ass around and go
turn
to
your ass around.
To me, you're cannon fodder.
Ooh.
You're just a cancer.
Damn. Burn, man.
And this is one of the biggest reasons why I held the comments.
So you're just admitting now that you hold the comments. Of course, it's something that we already know, but damn, for you to have to go out of your way to pretty much confirm that, it's like, I have no words. Let's just keep going.
Fools like you deserve to get banned. Fools like you
Look at how angry this nigga is.
are the reasons why my loyal
You're telling me that one random troll that gave him a derogative comment triggered him this much, but versus the entire league, we've only pissed him off like this much. Damn, we gotta work harder than this, League of Darkness. Holy shit.
subscribers cannot comment on how they felt about my channel. Fools like you is the reason why I monitor the comments 24/7. Until my channel disappear, I'm going to monitor these comments 24/7.
That's cool.
I'm going to held them as long as I can.
He's going to held them? You mean hold them? Like, that's so simple right here. I don't know whether or not to laugh or weep for this nigga.
I'm gonna make it impossible for you guys to get away for shitty comments like this.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna make it impossible for you guys because you guys are not the owner of my channel. I am the owner of my channel. If you guys don't have some respect for my integrity, my dignity, and my manhood.
What integrity or manhood do you have, nigga? Like, god damn. If you put as much work into getting out of your mom's house as you do making videos spiting on niggas like NBA for like 6 fucking months, imagine all of the videos that he's made over the past 6 months, alright? That's at least 144 videos on average, maybe a good 5 minutes. Now, if you add that and multiply all of that together, oh my god, that is at the very least a good couple days straight. Which is time that he could have used to better his own life, but he's so focused on spiting on other niggas. Like, do you know what I've been doing for the past week? Working my ass off. Actually trying to get myself a living. God, motherfucking damn it.
Especially in my channel, because this is the Snitchdro's channel, not yours. Turn your asses around.
Alright, fuck this video. Look, I cannot continue on, even if it's another 16 seconds. I just cannot fucking do it, man. I swear to God. Dude, let me explain. Let me school you just a little bit, alright? When it comes to the whole aspect of slavery, its conception wasn't the English or Spanish coming to our country and raiding all of our villages and tribes and raping our women and enforcing everybody on fucking ships. Now, our own people decided to trade us to these, people, of course, for their riches and, stuff that they own that was saw as maybe sort of sacred, as something useful within the eyes of the leaders of these villages and tribes who saw who they sold as lower or fodder members and just didn't really need them. But here's a real bombshell right here. If you actually go back and look at your history, a lot of these slaves actually voluntarily decided to become slaves for their own specific reasons and their own specific agendas. Like, for example, just wanting a better opportunity and just, wanting, I guess, a different experience altogether, I guess. But I guess you could say a good 60% of the slaves who were shipped over to America were unintentional slaves. But the other part of it, the other 40%, I would say, I'm going to make it more fair and say it's a 35-65, were actually 35%, mind you, were actually voluntary slaves. So, yeah, I mean, and on top of that, generations and generations, after our people have multiplied and have spread throughout the entire, or at least Confederate states, of the country who supported slavery, specifically the southern states and all of that, we have so greatly outnumbered the white man in terms of population that it makes no sense why we didn't come up with the idea to rebel against them completely sooner. Because Of course, there have always been instances of maybe one or two black men deciding to say, fuck this, I don't want to be a slave, and of course they were taken down because this wasn't a group effort, of course. This was an individual effort. But if you think about it this way, and in the context of which I'm actually going to compare this with is, let's say you have 2 SWAT team members in one room with 70 other pit bulls who are big, muscular, 70-pound, just bloodthirsty, essentially. And these 2 SWAT team members have an AK-47 in their hands. Now, they will be able to get maybe around 6 to 10 pit bulls before the entire group of wild, bloodthirsty dogs mauls them from the head to toe. So it's like, you know what? It's not really too much of a chance. And, as for African Americans, we are naturally stronger and much more physically built than a white man. There's no excuse that if we all teamed up together, we could have easily powered them. But it's a problem with complacency with us and our ancestors, and for everyone, especially in those types of really, really desperate situations or desperate circumstances, as slavery was, we always, in the darkest of times, have this inner spiritual calling, like something's out there that's better, that we can imagine, we can dream of, but we just can't grasp because we don't know how to access that inner, aspiration or that inner passion. And it took heroes, and I call them heroes personally, like Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner. And this is only just a small example of the people who were brave enough to stand up and speak for the many. And just say fuck it. You know what? They're representatives of the end of slavery and just the overall. It's not the end of slavery, because we already know how slavery ended, but they embodied the dream of no slavery. They embodied the dream of freedom, and like I said, those 2 were only an example of the many who have actually stood up for this sort of cause and decided to make some form of change, like, for example, with the Underground Railroad, etc., etc. So, honestly, the conception of slavery was sort of like a 65-35, right? If you really think about it. Go look in your history books. I'm pretty sure they won't teach you this shit in school because they don't want you to know of the real truth. And the continuation was definitely, without a doubt, a choice. And you also have to look at it like this. These new generations born within slavery were born in slavery, so they don't really understand anything outside of that. But like I said, there's always that spiritual calling within them, and there was always that. But they just couldn't, although they had more than enough power and numbers to do so, they just didn't really decide to go ahead and do that, which it was still inevitably their choice at the end of the day to stay that way, because I don't know, man, they just thought way too individually instead of thinking as a whole, as a unit, right? And that was the main mistake for our own ancestors, being caught up for generations and centuries in that horrible circumstance, man. But honestly, I do agree. Not in the exact context that Kanye West said slavery was a choice, but then again, I can understand what he's saying on the grand scale of things. I can truly understand what he really meant, like not by his context, but by his meaning. As for you, Snitchdro, your whole argument about how the white man came to our country and raided all of our villages and all that and stole us from the country and all, it's not accurate whatsoever. Please, when you go back and study your English once again, please go study your history, and not this history that you'll find in this every common history book that you'll find like high school or some shit. Just go online, because that's where you can get the most discreet of information and stuff that public schools will never teach you. Man, I swear to God, this is probably why I don't even make videos, because holy shit. Not only do I feel like physically fatigued from this, I legitimately feel a bit fucking like dumber from watching this fucking video. But sorry about that, my camera cut off for a second there, and my microphone, I mean. I feel somewhat honored, because instead of just going off and blatantly roasting this dude, I feel like as if I'm some form of teacher to this dude, because we all know he watches my videos, and if NBA is watching right now, do you feel like you're more of a teacher, or do you feel like you're really roasting this man at the end of the day? Of course, our main objective is to roast this guy, and that we're doing to an extent, but I feel like we're teaching him as well. Like, I don't know, man. Man. Oh, shit. Well, if y'all enjoyed the damn video, make sure to hit the damn buttons. It's like our boy NBA always says, hit the damn buttons. Almost 50 subscribers. Something that Sandra Lewis Jim couldn't even dream of reaching within a fucking week or so. So anyway, my name is fucking Smasher, and like I said, smash the buttons, and let me know what you thought about this video, and let me know what you thought about Sandro's video. Hell, I might even be generous enough to leave a link of Sandro's actual video in the comment section. So, damn. Anyway, see y'all later, and peace out, niggas.